Hello, my name's Martin, welcome back to another video. Well, I'm just down on Water Street in Manchester, just near the Odsal Court, near the River Irwell. Almost my spiritual home now, isn't it? But behind me on Water Street there is the Old Granada Studios. And as you can see, lots of work taking place, radical change taking place. So wouldn't it be interesting if we could just get into that site and have a quick peek in the studios, or maybe a quick peek onto the site to see what's going on and see what changes are taking place. Well, it just so happens that someone's invited us down here to take us round and tell us a little bit about what they're doing here at the Old Granada Studios and near the old Bonnet Warehouse. So come with me and let's see what's going on. So this is Brent from Allied London, who are developing this whole area around here. He's a project manager and he's very kindly going to give us a tour around the Old Granada Studio site and the Bonnet Warehouse, and he's going to tell us what the plans are and what's going on, so it's going to be really interesting. So if you're not familiar with Manchester, the Granada Studios complex is in this part of town here, just by the River Irwell, and we're about to stand on the corner of Quay Street and Water Street. So Water Street, Quay Street, if you want to check that on the map, you can see there's been changes already, and what we're looking at is going to be the future Manchester Goods Yard. And what's it going to be, Brent? What will the Goods Yard be when it's finished?
Goods Yard's going to be office buildings, 4 separate concrete frame office buildings.
Right.
Very large. They're putting their foundations in, pile foundations around the perimeter of this car park.
Yeah.
That's going to act as a retaining wall. Once we've got these in, we're going to be doing a bulk excavation to excavate down and give space for a 2-storey car park within this already existing car park.
Okay, so office complex, they're going to dig down 2 stories, create a perimeter, they're going to pile drive it, so if you come here in the future you're going to see a massive hole here, which is the preparation work for the Manchester Goods Yard. So it's quite good to see it now before it all happens, because we kind of forget what these places are like before they change them, but I'm quite sure the whole area is going to be amazing when it's finished. So part of the infrastructure work they're doing here is they're going to put a brand new sewer in along here, along Water Street, just to where you see the signs up there, and then there's an old Victorian sewer that runs up that way, and they're going to dig that out, and basically it's all new infrastructure going in. Now here's an interesting fact for you that Brent told me. That big pile of bricks in front of you there, what they're going to do is they're going to spread those bricks out. It's going to become a load bearing surface, and the great big pile drivers are going to drive over it, and it'll bear the load of the machines when they're driving the big pillars into the ground for the foundations. So we're walking along now the top end of Atherton Street in Manchester, and we're in front of the Old Granada Building. That's an archive picture of it, and this takes us up towards where the old Coronation Street set used to be, and we're about to enter the actual site of the Granada complex. So we're looking up to see this big accumulator tower here, and this was held a big pump inside it, and the pump created hydraulic pressure to operate machinery in the what was then the nearby railway goods yard. The building's about 1880 and it's grade 2 listed. So I'm lucky enough to just be on the site of the old Coronation Street. It's actually gone completely, and you can see a couple of the old buildings there, and you can see part of the set there up there, that sort of bridge thing. Now you see that mural there, or kind of photograph, big poster on the wall, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go to that sort of bridge arch there. I want to show you something which is quite amazing. Watch this. Obviously part of the set, when they were filming here, you looked under the bridge and you saw another street, but as we now know, it was just a projection on the wall. But isn't that amazing? It gives the illusion that beyond the bridge, beyond the arch, is another street. Fantastic, eh? Now I think I'm right. I can even tell you the name of the street. Apparently that street is Silverdale Street in Openshaw in Manchester, but alas, it's now been pulled down. There you go, the actual cobbles, Coronation Street. I'm actually touching them. Amazing. Unfortunately, most of the set is now gone, but it's great to be here and to know the history and the culture and the scenes that were shot around here. Did Mike Baldwin die here? Amazing.
This is a new gas connection for Bonnet Warehouse.
Oh, is it? Right, okay. So obviously this is the other side of that arch, and there's the projection, and all around you can see the work that's going in, the infrastructure that's going in. This is the gas pipe going in for Bonnet Warehouse, which is just here. So you'll have seen that from Water Street. Quite an iconic building in Manchester. Remnants all around of Coronation Street. Is that it?
No, it's not. It's a gift shop.
All right, right. Was it part of the studios?
No, it wasn't. It's a gift shop.
All right.
It's a fake one. For,
right.
That came into the complex.
Okay. So this is an iconic building. It's the Bonnet Warehouse, built in 1869 by the railway companies. So Bren's going to take us inside the building that is Bonnet Warehouse, and inside, away from the noise, this generator is going to tell us about this building and the plans for it.
This is a new reception.
Oh, like the nice new wood smell. So this is a view through one of the windows in Bonnet Warehouse, looking out at the site, and you can see it's a hive of activity.
So yeah, the Bonnet Warehouse, we've done an extensive refurbishment on the 3rd and 4th floor for multi-use offices. Since we've done the development, the building's now listed, Grade 2 listed, which is very interesting.
Listed it after you came into it. So it weren't originally listed, was it, apparently?
It wasn't originally listed, no.
Right.
What a listing can sometimes do is put off a developer from spending a lot of money on it.
Right.
So once we'd put in the bulk of the money and we had the development underway, they then list the building. But to be honest, it's in some ways it's a good thing because it adds some character to it. It adds some value. People want to be seen in a building with a lot of history. Yeah,
and it is an amazing place, isn't it? It bends.
Yeah, so if you see this elevation here, it goes towards the end there. You can see it, the curve towards the end. It's very slight. You might not be able to pick it up, but that was because the rail line came into the building.
Down here?
Down here. And it went all the way towards the other elevation. And we had turntables that allowed us to bring, see here, just on the floor, allowed us to bring products into the building back in the 19th century when it was in use.
Right. So we're looking at the original track bed there.
Yeah.
We're looking at some kind of turntable mechanism.
Yeah.
Right. A kind of a turntable mechanism that obviously they brought the goods off the train, spun them, and then brought them into the and loaded them into the warehouse. And obviously some kind of maybe pulley mechanism or trapdoor there above me. Can you see it? Where they obviously winch goods up. Absolutely fascinating place. Built like a brick, whatever. Because if you look at that, steel girders. Are they steel? What are they?
Yeah,
steel.
Cross section steels.
Right.
These are the most efficient way of putting steels up at a time.
Right.
Do I section now. You can actually see the columns central to the building.
Yeah.
These actually drain all the way from the roof.
So there's a drain pipe in there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's round because it houses a drain pipe. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And then this is a piece of cross section girder. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just a steel column, solid,
right.
solid steel column.
And you can see there where it supports the. Would that have been steel as well? I always think things are cast.
Yeah, it's all steel.
Steel, okay. And look at the arches, brick arches. I mean, so what they would do is put, from what I understand, a wooden frame up there to build the brick arches. And look at that, the way the brick arches line the ceiling there. And that is just one floor between all the floors here. This has got an amazing building, and as we walk into the far end here, look at those massive brick columns. Absolutely incredible, built to last, absolutely built to last. What a privilege it is to be in this building. Another trapdoor there.
By the way, this ceiling was sandblasted for about a month.
Was it?
Rid of all the soot that came in.
Yeah, because I presume. Yeah, that's a thought, that, because Bren was just saying they've sandblasted the ceiling to get rid of the soot. Because apparently, and when you think of it, it's madness, isn't it? Steam trains would have come in here, or probably small steam shunters would have shunted the trucks in here. So it would have inevitably got full of soot and dirt and blackness. Okay, so you know me, you couldn't resist an old picture. So there's our Bonnet Warehouse, and it's situated on Grape Street in Manchester. Now I'd probably date this picture to about the 70s looking at the cars. But Grape Street eventually it's one of Manchester's lost streets, because eventually Grape Street became part of the Granada Studios complex. But there it is when it stood alone on Grape Street. And if you look just in front of the building there, you'll see the original Coronation Street set. And if you look even closer at the gate at the end of the Coronation Street set, you'll see some people just peering in to see if they can see what's going on. Now that's the very first Coronation Street set. The next one was the one where I was earlier on in this video, and then obviously the final one is the one over now at Media City. And of course it won't be one of my videos without a side-by-side comparison. Old map on the left, modern map on the right. We've come down Atherton Street there if you look at the cursors. And we've come over, that's where the old Coronation Street set was. You can see it on the right hand map there. And then obviously we've walked down Grape Street. You can see the cursor now going down Grape Street. And there we go. Now we're just in front of Bonnet Warehouse. That's Bonnet Warehouse that we just had the privilege of going into. And you can see the layout on the left-hand map of the railway lines, and you can see how Bren said that the railway line came right into the building. And of course there it is on the 1892 map. The railway line came into the building for offloading of goods. So that's a little comparison of the sites 1892 and modern day. On display in the office area of the Bonnet Warehouse is some archived Manchester Evening News. This is Saturday the 24th of August 1974. Oh my god. You will be. Let's look at what was on telly just dead quick. I used to remember, oh god, I used to watch that as a kid. First thing in the morning. Long Chase. This is incredible. Department S. Champions. August 24th, 1975, early Monday. That's right, I used to give you the next days. BBC Two, bit of cricket. My God. My God.
Trying to see an E-Type Jaguar, £625. 1965 E-Type Jag. You know how much they're worth now?
Go on.
250,000.
Right, Jaguar, E-Type Jaguar. Right, I can't.
1965 E-Type Jag. It's selling for £625. So since 1965, in about 50 years, it's appreciated about £200,000.
Now we're about to enter into the main Granada building, the iconic building, and the power is off at the moment, and of course it's all to do with the infrastructure changing, and they're having to bring in a brand new main high voltage cable to supply the building and all the new buildings around here, all the new services that are going in.
We're building a new HV incomer, which is going to, that's where the main HVs come from, E&W.
What's that?
HV incomer is where the new power comes to the whole development.
All right, right.
So you can see it happening here.
HV, what's HV stand for?
High voltage.
Right. So this building work behind me here is going to be the new HV incomer, and if you're wondering what that is, it's basically where the power for the whole building comes in. They're going to bring it in at a new point. So you'll notice here is studio number 6, and the studio just beyond it is studio number 4. And basically the studios went up in twos because back in the day, Sidney Bernstein, who was the founder of Granada, wanted to make the whole complex sound a little bit bigger than what it was. So rather than name the studios 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he went up in twos. Bit of a artistic license there, but good on him.
All around here we're demolishing up to this point. Through there is what we call M1 corridor.
Right.
And that's all the studios that we mentioned before.
Right, all 246, yeah.
2468.
Yeah. Now, obviously we're in the main Granada building here now, and I've not cut any of this out because I thought you might be interested to see what it looks like in its last stage as a studios. It is going to become a hotel, so we're the last people to see it as it is now. Incidentally, Sidney Bernstein built the building so that it could be converted to a hotel in case the whole Granada scheme failed, because back in when he started it off, he wasn't sure if it was going to be a success or a failure. But we are the last people probably to see the building as it is, as the remnants of a studio.
Is that? Doors.
Dressing room doors, yeah.
Twist on what we're doing. We're not just demolishing all lovely buildings.
I'm looking there. That's something there.
Is that
What is this?
Right. So we're about to just go inside one of the old dressing rooms actually within the Granada building. Whoa, look at that. Very nice. Close there. So it'll be quite interesting to know who actually got prepared for television programmes in here, wouldn't it?
Jeremy Kyle.
Was it? Oh, is it Jeremy Kyle?
Jeremy Kyle was in this one.
Right, was he? All right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There you go. Nothing but the best. This is Jeremy Kyle's dressing room, apparently. Quality.
I think probably maybe 1950s.
Right. Just show a few. And of course, behind this door, we know what's down there, don't we? The canal, the old Manchester Salford Junction Canal is behind that door, locked away down there, still with water in. 179 years it's been there. This has all happened since it was built, obviously, but it's there behind that door. Unfortunately, we can't go through it at the minute because it's locked and the people here don't have the key for it, but it's just interesting to show you. That is our canal behind that door. If an opportunity arises where I can go down there, I'll go down there and I'll set the camera, don't worry. This area is going to change radically. Obviously they've already pulled up the little building down there that you saw in one of my videos, and Bren's going to tell us what's going to happen here.
So first of all, as I've explained separately, along this road a lot of services and a sewer which comes from Water Street. The idea is to divert these services and the sewer up along Quay Street to tie in to New Quay Street over there. So that's going to stop up this road. The end game is for it to be a public realm, but it's going to allow us to put our foundations in, our car park all the way across the road, and the proposed St John's Place hotel tower is going to be perhaps the third, fourth biggest.
Stand here, is it? Yeah.
It's going to stand halfway across this road, and this road is going to be stopped up, which means that it's no longer going to be accessible to cars. It's going to be a public realm, beautiful public realm, and that's the idea. Right. So behind there, on the New Quay Street elevation, we're building an office building that we like to call Globe and Simpson as a testament to the old.
There.
Yeah.
Right.
Just behind.
Yeah. Okay.
That's going to be called Globe and Simpson. It's going to be a one occupancy office building. And, it's going to be quite a glazed, modern looking structure.
Right.
In comparison to a lot of what we're doing in the heritage area behind us.
Yeah. Yeah.
On St John's.
So take it in now. It's going to be something fantastic and new eventually. So that's Quay Street, the Opera House. So it's amazing to be here and see it before it changes, because a lot of the time these changes occur and you cannot for the life of you remember what it was like beforehand. So it'd be great to compare the old and the new and see this video and then see it as it is when it's all finished. That's amazing. Bren, I can't thank you enough for taking us round. That was absolutely amazing, and it's a lot of my videos concentrate on old buildings, but it's been fantastic to see the plans that are going to happen around here and to get like an inside view with the project manager. So that's amazing, isn't it? So thank you so much for taking us around. I really appreciate it, and everyone that's watching will really appreciate it. Thank you to Allied London and the new St John's area. It's going to be amazing. Thanks very much indeed.
Absolutely welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.